So here's a real estate mistake that cost one of my clients over $300,000. Now, back in 2005, when this guy was a little bit younger and a little bit more naive, he bought this property. So he paid about $800,000 for this place. So a few years later, the market had crashed and we were in the worst recession the country had ever seen. The value of that home fell, and after just a few years, he got scared and decided to cut his losses and sell the property. So he ended up selling it for about $525,000. Now, after commissions and fees, he ended up losing over $300,000 total. So a few years later, I decided to pull up the property, and it's now worth $1.2 million. That's because it was a good property in a decent neighborhood. So he could have just held on to it as a rental, made cash flow every month, and would have made a lot of money, just like a lot of other people do on their rental properties. So the lesson here was, even when home prices had the biggest crash that we will ever see in our lifetime, it would have just worked out fine if he would have kept the property and held on to it for the long term.